Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and today I'm bringing you a video where we're going to talk about the new 140 RPM hand cannon, the Austringer. Now this hand cannon was just recently brought to the game with the newest season, the Season of Opulence. You can farm for this hand cannon a ton. If you haven't got it yet, or if you haven't heard about it, this thing is awesome. It's the same body type as like the IS Luna and the same RPM as the IS Luna from Destiny 1. If you ever played Destiny 1, if you ever used that hand cannon, it has a very, very similar feel to it. It shoots really clean, has great hit detection. And before I go into the god rolls and the rolls that I've gotten, farming it a bunch, I'll go over quickly. If you get the chalice, you can simply put in a rune of desire. This gives you hand cannons, and you put in a red rune on the side. And this guarantees that if you complete the menagerie, you will get a hand cannon to drop for you at the end of it. So all you have to do is put those two runes in, and you have to unlock these slots. And if you haven't unlocked these slots, of course, make sure you're going into your triumphs and working on unlocking those triumphs. Destination, minor, menagerie, and work through all of these. They can be pretty difficult. A lot of them will require teamwork, communication, etc. But if you do get those triumphs beat, you'll get a ton of Imperials drop for you. And if you don't get them beat, they'll drop for you with time as well, so don't stress it too much. It's not that big a deal. There's no real rush to it, of course, unless you're really, really eager to have a really, really cool hand cannon. So that's how you get the weapon. Hopefully I made that simple enough. If I didn't, leave a comment below. Now that we have that out of the way, hopefully you're out there in the menagerie farming for the Austringer hand cannon. Again, it's a 140 RPM. And there's a variety of different rolls you can get. As you can see here, I have 10 of them. I have been farming quite a bit, and I've gotten to use all these different rolls, got to try out all these different perks and combinations and stuff. And there's 3 rolls that have really stood out to me, 3 god rolls that have stood out to me. I have 2 of them, and I've seen the third, but I haven't gotten it yet. Unfortunately, I hope I get it pretty soon, but so far so good. My RNG has been pretty good. For the PvE side, of course, we can get Outlaw Rampage, and this is like the Midnight Coup. This is exactly like Midnight Coup, except the Midnight Coup is a 150 RPM, so slightly faster fire rate. But we can add Rampage spec to this, so this is actually like a way more powerful Midnight Coup. Even though it fires a little bit slower, it does more damage because it's a different RPM, so this is definitely a very, very good replacement for the Midnight Coup. This is a great PvE roll. I've used this thing. It's awesome. It's hard for this thing to shine a whole lot in the current PvE meta, though, because the Mountaintop is so incredibly powerful. Mountaintop is just ridiculously OP in PvE right now. Just absolutely melts bosses. But if you're bored of using the Mountaintop, or if you don't have the Mountaintop, or if you just you're tired of using the damn Mountaintop all the time for every single activity, and you want to use a different weapon, the Austringer is amazing, and the Outlaw Rampage roll is nice. You can't control the roll that you get through the menagerie. You can only control all the other circumstances. You can control getting the hand cannon, and you can control the masterwork if you upgrade your chalice far enough, but no one's really that far yet. Soon you will be with time. You'll be able to control the masterwork, but this is the roll I got, Outlaw Rampage and Rampage spec. Now, I know some of you will be like, oh my gosh, really? Midnight Coup roll again? Are we really? This is the same stuff? Hold on a minute, okay? Before you light your torches and sharpen your pitchforks, there is another roll in PvE that I think might even be better. Let me go over it right here. I got an Outlaw Demolitionist roll. Now this roll is really, really cool and really, really powerful, only because of Fallen Armaments and Taken Armaments. If you're ever going against Fallen or Taken and you haven't used Fallen or Taken Armaments, they are an incredibly powerful armor mod. You can throw a grenade and kill a Fallen enemy or a Taken enemy, and power ammo drops for you almost guaranteed, it feels like. It's a very, very high chance of power ammo dropping for you. So if you're trying to get a lot of power ammo, whether it's in Gambit or whether it's in PvE in any activity, having Demolitionist is actually pretty cool because you refresh your grenade a lot faster by having the perk Demolitionist. And so you get your grenade back faster, you have Taken Armaments, Fallen Armaments on your armor, you throw the grenades, you get more power ammo, you understand the gist of it. You know, Demolitionist feeds your grenade feeds your power ammo, and it's just an endless circle of having tons and tons of power ammo for PvE or for Gambit. So this is actually a really, really cool roll. This might be my personal god roll, I don't know. Of course, I got this thing to drop, and as you can see, I masterworked it, and I made it 750 because I was like, oh, yes, something that can finally fully replace my Midnight Coup. I'm so sick and tired of using Midnight Coup It's been out for so long. It's been so good for too long. I'm happy I can just put that thing in the vault, let it collect dust, and I can have my Austringer replace it. The PvP role that I would highly suggest to look for would be a snapshot rangefinder Austringer. That would be such a crispy role. It would be focusing entirely on handling and having amazing range, and the gun hits really crisp. It's a lot like the Better Devils. If you ever used the Better Devils, and if you've seen my other videos, I actually really like the Better Devils. It's the same RPM as an Ace. It's not going to be quite as powerful as an Ace, of course, because it's got Memento Mori, and it's got extremely good range, and the ability to ease of use because of Memento Mori's higher damage output. But even though it's not as good as Ace, it's still a very good hand cannon, very much worth farming in the menagerie. So that's the end of this video. If you've enjoyed this, let me know. Comment down below any questions you have. What kind of rolls have you gotten on your Austringer? I want to know. Share with me. I've gone through so many other rolls and perks here, and if you'll see here, I can actually pull up on light.gg. I can go through all these different perks, and I've tried them all out. Air Assault is a complete joke, and Subsistence is actually pretty cool, although it totally destroys the reserves on the hand cannon. A bunch of these perks have decently useful traits, but the really good ones are going to be in PvE, Outlaw Rampage, PvE, Outlaw Demolitionist, and then for PvP, we're going to go with Snapshot, and we're going to go with Rangefinder there. And if you have any of those variations, of course, that doesn't make your weapon not a god roll or not a good weapon. You know, teach their own if you like using things differently. Like maybe you like flying around in the air, and maybe air assault feels really good to you, and so maybe you want to have an air assault hand cannon. That's fine, but I would recommend, if you're going to be using it in Crucible, Snapshot Rangefinder would be my personal preference for PvP god roll. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you got on your Austringer, and let me know what you're grinding for currently in the new season, the Season of Opulence. I'm definitely interested in knowing. I'm currently grinding out my Chalice. I want to finish that thing. I want to get that new Izanagi's Burden Callus. That looks really cool. If this video gets, let's say, 1,000 likes, I'll make another video and I'll go over the Beloved. I've gotten a bunch of these. I've actually gotten way more of these than I have of my Austringer. This sniper is really cool, and it has some really interesting perks on it. So if the video gets 1,000 likes, I'll make a Beloved video. I just want to know that everyone out there is interested. So let me know. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a good night.